Hey guys, it's Kevin here, now in my Ravenclaw sweater. Today I'll be sharing with you guys some tips I have on how to get better at vlogging. Now I'm no master at vlogging, but I do have a passion for it, and I have been consistently vlogging for more than 3 years since this channel has started. Wow, that's really long. Here are some tips that I want to share on what I learned that I wish people would tell me, and hope it will benefit you guys too. The first thing first is to get a camera that is meant for video. Now why I say that is there are so many camera options out there, and some of them actually aren't suitable, especially those really niche DSLRs or compact cameras. A lot of them don't have very good capabilities for video recordings, they're mostly meant for photography. However, I recommend just getting whatever you have that is nearest to you for a start. For me, I actually started using my phone, the Google Pixel 1. It was really good because it was so convenient. And after that, I realized I wanted to upgrade to a compact camera, which is what I got, the Canon G7X Mark II. This, guys, I highly recommend for those who want to start because it's so easy to use and really good output. Eventually, I upgraded again to the Sony ZV-1, which I'm using right now. Another fantastic camera. So the bottom line is choose a camera that is really meant for videos, and you will see yourself actually having some easy video recording. Next off, when you do have a camera, a lot of people tend to vlog like this. You know, they would hand hold it, which is actually what it's meant for, but I find that it's a little bit shaky. So you can see how, like, if your hand is shaky, it really does warble a lot, and it's not very good for the viewer, especially it might make them dizzy in fact. For this, I recommend getting a tripod for your compact camera or even your smartphone because it's easier for your hand to balance it and also to create a good distance to get more of yourself in frame. I have been using a tripod since I actually started. The first thing I got together with the camera was this, and it kind of is a bit strange to hold. It's like a giant foreign object, but the awkwardness does fade, and you find that it's much easier and smoother to navigate around. For myself, I try not to walk too much around with the camera swaying. I always try to make it as stabilized as possible. Like right now I'm using a tripod, and that's a very good idea too if you're having long conversations. It's really not advisable to hold the camera and talk non-stop for 20 minutes because you're always swaying and your arm will get really tired too. Next off is what some people don't really like because it causes cropping, but I really think that turning on your stabilization really helps to make your footage extra smooth and not as jilty for your audience. For me, I always turn on my stabilizer, even this and this one, because I cannot stand watching footage that is kind of, haphazard and makes me kind of tired looking at it. So whenever you can, do turn on your stabilization for your cameras. Next tip I want to share is kind of a really simple one, but is to always have spare batteries. Yes, you can never go without them because any time of the day, your vlogging camera can just die instantly. I have many instances where I forgot to charge it, or I've been using it quite a lot and it drained when I was having a crucial moment to film. So yeah, there was no content for that day, sadly. Ever since then, I always tell myself, always bring spare batteries. You can never have enough. Buy 2 or 3. Get the chargers that have a few multiple ports so you can do it all at once, and it will save so much time charging. The next tip I realized only after vlogging for many years is when I'm in a very crowded area where it's not possible to hear my voice, events, markets, what you can do is actually just record the footage first of everything, even though you don't need to speak, and when you get back home, record a voiceover separately to tell the story of what happened. To me, that's a relatively ingenious way to still be present in your video even though you're not speaking live. I didn't realize that because a lot of times I would try to make myself be heard live and it wasn't good. It was too noisy. Couldn't even hear myself. Yeah, it was just a waste of time. So think about how you want to tell the story. Is it possible to narrate after, or is it quiet enough for you to talk during the filming? The next tip I want to share is what happens when you have a few people that you're videoing, like there's you and there's someone else here. What I notice is people tend to do this, like they are videoing themselves and then they want to show off their friends who are talking, and I find that it's really not very appropriate because it just causes so much awkwardness to people and it's very dizzying too. I recommend just getting all the people you're filming to stand next to you so that you can film them side by side instead of like, you know, doing this when you're showing off to people and also yourself. So yeah, you get the gist. Next tip, something that people don't really realize but is actually needed when they start editing, is get as much B-roll as possible. So B-roll is actually those kind of scenes that are maybe not necessary, but they are environmental or ambient scenes that builds whatever your story you're trying to tell. It can be the leaves rustling, even the rain falling, or even people walking by. I realize that I don't take enough B-roll myself, hence I find I have a lack of options to choose from to make my video stories better. So yeah, always think about wherever you're in, just take a camera and snap every single thing, because I find that I tend to video myself talking mostly and I forget about taking B-roll. Don't underestimate the power of B-roll. Next off, I'm coming closer, is to make sure you look directly at the camera lens and not at the monitor screen. My new camera screen flips out to the side, hence I always look at myself, which is not what I should be doing. I should be looking straight here. And it's very common because when you have a camera that even flips up here, your eyes look up and not down. Constantly to check yourself out, maybe out of vanity or to make sure you're in frame, and just look straight at the lens. And the last tip, which is a bonus, kind of not really a camera vlogging advice, it's more like what to do when you are having conversations with people. I noticed last time whenever I was with some of my friends who are not that sociable, and whenever I vlogged with them, they seem to be quite quiet or not really responsive. So as the host of your own channel, one good idea is to prompt whoever is next to you that you want to get answers from with questions. Always prompt them and ask them, hey, what do you think of the food? Hey, what do you think of the game just now? Because very common for some people to not camera ready, they're quite shy, and you have to actively prompt them, be more engaging in your videos. Or sometimes I don't even film my friends because I know that they're camera shy. So it depends on you actually on how much you want to involve the people around you in your videos. Alright, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was informative to you, and for those who are keen to start vlogging, I hope that you also find this very helpful. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!